Alright, this is chapter 6 of Howard Zinn's A People's History of the United States, and this is a chapter about the intimately oppressed. So, throughout the history of America, women have been oppressed, and worst in the past were African American women because they were both slaves and women. However, not all cultures at that time or before that time were oppressive to women. The Zuni and Plain Indians are known to celebrate women and their roles in society, some even taking over as part of chiefs in their villages. African American slaves and indentured servants were subject to the worst as sexual abuse, denial of basic need, and were controlled by their masters completely. Women began to fight against this, and higher class women began to voice their opinions. However, the lower class women were often prosecuted and publicly humiliated if they tried to speak out. As time passed, women wanted more and more, and soon began to fight for education in school. After work, after after a while, the Troy Female Seminary Educational Institutions was created in 1821, and this helped to educate women and teach them to read. Around this time, women were beginning to work outside the home while the men were fighting in the Revolutionary War. This continued on into the industrial age in America, and in 1824, women workers went on strike in a textile mill to protest unequal pay and better working conditions for themselves and for others. And also in the 1830s and 1840s and 50s, the attempt to create more movements was started, and the government tried, and with the authority of the money, began to oppress these women as more until finally there was an urge for national expansion, and women began to socialize and create more of their status in the American culture. They began to have better jobs, have more equal pay, better working conditions, and this continued on, and strikes would continue on until they achieved all of this in the end goal.